Now let's get into Bruce Jenner, because I'm sure you want to know what I think about that. And I want to know what you thought. See, before I did this video, I read a whole comments board's worth of, where was it, Yahoo and some other places. And people really are taking definite stance on this. Number one, they hate the Kardashians. They despise them. They think it's a disgusting family. Someone wrote discusing, a disgusting family. So I don't know if that was spelling error on purpose or... But anyhow, this society and American culture is a very divisive kind of family. And maybe they're doing that because they know how to draw attention to themselves. See, that's the thing. I always wish, if I can get more views, I just have to do these techniques of drawing more attention to myself. But they know how to do that, and to begin with, they have enough money to do so. So getting into this directly into Bruce Jenner here, see? Well, I don't understand Bruce Jenner's point, because the dude, to use a colloquialism, he was doing really well as a male, wasn't he? I mean, he's an Olympic athlete. He did things that, men usually excel. They're faster, stronger, more endurance, stamina, more extreme, because of the body. That's a typical trait of men, the maleness. Bruce Jenner, wasn't he a triathlete? The guy was, when he was younger, and this is when I was growing up, the guy in his prime, what was it, the 70s? Definitely the 70s. I forget the exact year. This guy was in his glory. And that's like manhood, he beating everybody, competing. What happened between then and now? People blame it on the Kardashians, getting married into that family and mixing your kids in with that, and there's just a whole curse that goes along with it or something. Are they real? Courtney, Kim, whoever they are, whatever, all the kids, the daughters, are they part Botox and part human? What's going on there? And then you see him. They all do it. They all do it. Not only do they all do it, it's because they all have money. It's a big money pool. And, obviously they signed a deal with the devil because they're doing all kinds of these unnatural things with themselves. Unspeakable. But they'll put it right into your face. They want the microscope or the magnifying glass of the world on them for that reason. They want to see what we did. It's almost like Michael Jackson or, like let's change ourselves completely. Let's change our race. Let's change our gender. Why don't we change our species, when is going to be when will the reality show of somebody that changed themselves into an elephant? They're going to bend themselves so much that they put a trunk on and they put some tusks out and they get some big, floppy ears and they just start going on and blowing the water out of their trunk. And that's going to be acceptable, see? Because it's acceptable that Bruce Jenner's doing this. He comes out full on, in your face, I'm going to be a woman. Look, first of all, the traits that he has are not really womanly. I don't know how many people, and this might be just cultural. This is not an absolute. It's cultural and what we think of beauty or what a female should look like or what a male should look like, regardless of the fact whether he has the private parts or not. It's the build, it's the skin, it's the way you move yourself, it's the facial structure, it's the look, it's the expression that you make. Do you really think that Bruce Jenner can come across as a woman? And if that's what he wants to do, what is this kind of narcissistic obsession? He needs to see a shrink. He needs to put more of his tens of thousands of dollars into seeing a shrink. Oh, well, I guess there's not enough shrinks, that can pay that much money. You want to pay that amount of money to your cosmetic surgeon. That's what you want to do. See? It's like that. It's like, hey, you want to blow some money, and I'm tired of being a man. You know, I was an Olympic gold medalist. Now I just want to be a woman. You know, like I'm just kind of bored. You know, I'm never really satisfied. You know, I'm just in the family of the Kardashians, and we're all millionaires. But I just feel like being a woman now. And where does this come from? I mean, if it's not insanity. I don't know. I'm not the person. I'm being critical here, but the thing is, he didn't grow up thinking he was a woman, as far as I know. I mean, when you're running around and you're doing the high jump and all these other events that he did, Olympic events, was he thinking that whole time, wow, I wish I had breasts, you know? Then I could wear a sports bra while I'm running. Like, what was he thinking? I don't understand that. Can anyone understand that? I guess there's some things maybe about me that nobody can understand because we're all unique. But here's where I draw the line. Some people really need the surgery in the sense that, you know, maybe their parts are really in between. And then we can be like logically accepting of it and say, oh, okay, you know, it's not like the case where Bruce Jenner he's a man. Didn't he have kids? He's got kids. He has kids, so he has working parts. He's a father. He's and the bottom line is this. I know I ranted on and on and on. I just wanted to get it off my chest. Is there any like quick way to really analyze this? It's just like the whole thing about the human race now, just choosing whatever you want, going against nature. I don't accept everything with nature. You know, if a bear is coming to me and it's hungry and it's going to rip out my lungs because it chooses to eat that. You know, I'm not into nature in that sense, but I'm into nature where it's, you know, nature is a big umbrella term, you see. When I mean nature, I mean like nature, normal, logical, harmonious with everybody else. You know, I believe that we should try to support nature, but also we got to support some possibility of choice in the midst of that. I think we have plenty of choice, but in fact, it goes to the point where in America, even with freedom and choice and what color do you want, like purple polka dotted, aquamarine, yellow tint. You know, it's like, you know, just pick yellow or purple. Like what? There's so much choice that it becomes insane. Like, just accept what it is. You know, it's a rainbow trout. Okay, eat the rainbow trout. What else are you going to have? You don't have to put the fish into the tomato and genetically alter it. It's already a tomato, and the fish is the fish. Why do you got to extract something out of it, mix it, and make another choice? And where do you draw the line is the question. Where do you stop with all of it? When you look at Bruce Jenner, there is no stop. There is no limit. No one can limit these kind of things. Let him do that is what I say. Because he's just wasting money. He's a wasty, greedy filth as far as I'm concerned. There, I said it. I just think it's wrong. I think that there's so many better things that you can do with your time and your effort and your money. I think he's a greedy, egotistical, selfish filth. I think that's what he is. I think that's who he's in the midst of. I think that if you watch it and you enjoy it, that you're also sick in the head. There, I said it. I won't watch it. That's not the type of thing. I want to give something to where people can watch and be universally like accepting of it. Getting back to sanity is what I want to do in a reality show. So I hope that I didn't say anything that was unfair to people that want to experience life. I think if you have a legitimate problem, yeah. There's so much more I can go into. There's the spiritual realm, there's reincarnation, there's the fact that probably the soul doesn't know any gender. Maybe we are human spirits. I'm not a man. I'm not a woman either. I'm just a human spirit. I happen to be in a male body, and I carry the role or the archetype, the main archetype of being a man, and I try to be good at it. I'm not perfect at it. I make tons of mistakes, just like everybody else does, but I'm being a man. Now, what is this about an archetype of a man wanting to be a woman and then changing his body into being a woman? Is he really going to be a woman? No, he's just going to be a totally confused, selfish man deep inside. So that's what it is. Thanks for watching. I need to move on now to the next subject. I'm starting to get a little bit disturbed from all this.